Arabia as we are live during Riyadh season at the Kingdom Arena. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Rocky Marciano. He's only 5 foot 10 inches tall with a reach of 68 inches. So here's the crusher, Sergey Kovalev. He's 6 foot tall with a reach. Rocky Marciano, the Brockton brawler himself. One of the greatest fighters of all time. A sparkling record and one of the best to ever do it. Here comes one of the best light heavyweights.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Russia, here is the 3-time light heavyweight champion of the world, the hard-hitting Sergey "Crusher" Kovalev.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
This place is like a coliseum. When it's packed out, the fans are there. You can hear the punches. You can smell the sweat. The heat is second to none.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Caught him. That counter punch caught him clean. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. That counter shot lands. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
They exchange punches. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. Those counter punches have to hurt. Missing with the hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter shot. Marciano fighting to survive. He's never been knocked out. Nice counter. Rocky Marciano in trouble. Do you believe this? Is down big time on the score.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
And there's the bell for round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
big-time counter shot. It's all offense all the time. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Holding nothing back here in the round. And he scores with the counter. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy.
And there's the bell to start round 3. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well done with that counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Incredible work rate. Punch landed. Perfect counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. Just missed with that jab. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. There's the bell for round 4. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch himself out, though. Nope, that hook won't score. He's in there with a Hall of Famer, a legend.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, Now they're going to find out.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, you've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back.
On to the fifth we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
His stamina is off the charts. Nope, that jab not going to score. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Catch and shoot. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counter punch. Got him there. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Good counter punching. Every time, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. About these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything.
Shots off and don't get him angry.
Let's start the sixth. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Good counter punch. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
That uppercut misses. Perfect counter lands. Nice counter punch. He misses with that straight left. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Now wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about all that. Let's just get out there and let's reset.
There's the bell to start round 7. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Good counter punch. They block the hook. Misses with the straight left. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
Uh-oh, the Crusher in trouble. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. And get back out there. Played round. Played round. Now relax.
There's the bell to start round 8. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in 1. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
A shot from the gods took him out.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Didn't land that jab. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
Unanimous?